Hey mama, if you're feeling exhausted and drained postpartum, whether you're 6 weeks postpartum, a year postpartum, or 2+ years postpartum, I totally get it. It can feel like there's no energy left for anything after you have given so much of yourself to your baby, your toddler, your family, your work, all of your daily responsibilities. But I'm here to tell you it doesn't have to stay this way. Today, I'm sharing 3 keys that helped me go from feeling totally exhausted to feeling energized, and they can help you too. Plus, stick around until the end because I'm going to tell you all about my free live workshop happening this week on Friday, August 1st, where we're going to be going deeper into these 3 shifts and how they can help you feel better faster. You don't want to miss this, so stay tuned. Enjoy the show. Feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, and like you've lost yourself in the postpartum chaos, struggling to rebuild your strength, heal your core, and feel confident in your body again? Hey mama, I'm Val, a functional sports dietitian, postpartum fitness coach, and a mama who understands exactly what you're going through. Welcome to the Strong and Nourish Mama podcast, where I help busy moms like you regain your energy, rebuild strength, and feel amazing through simple, science-backed nutrition and fitness strategies. If you're ready to go from depleted to strong, nourished, and unstoppable, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Don't wait until you're even more depleted to finally get the support that you need. The Exhausted to Energized workshop is happening live on Friday, August 1st, and spots are already filling up. If you've been telling yourself, oh, I'll figure it out later, or putting yourself last while trying to keep everyone else afloat, this is your nudge, mama, to do something different. Do something different for you. When you sign up, you'll get the live training, a downloadable workbook, the replay, and first dibs and exclusive bonuses for my 8-week postpartum wellness program, the Strong, Nourished, and Energized Mom Method. This is a group coaching program that an open enrollment starts in August. But first, you have to be registered to get those bonuses. If you know you're ready to stop feeling exhausted and start rebuilding your energy, your strength, your confidence after you have your baby, now is the time. Let's do this together. Save your spot before it fills at wellnessbyval.com/workshop. Hey mama, today we are diving into the 3 keys every every mom, no matter how many years postpartum you are, needs to know to go from exhausted to energized. And if you're thinking, Val, am I going to be like an Energizer bunny? No. Now, would that be nice? Yes, it would be nice to have that much energy, but I'm just talking about having enough energy so that you're not feeling run down, you're not feeling overwhelmed, and that you can actually feel good to do the things that you want to do, to hang out with your family, to play with your kids, to grocery shop and to meal prep and to work out, to hang out with your friends, and to do all of the things that you want to do. This episode is definitely for you, so listen up, because I know the feeling all too well, because when I first became a mom almost 2 years ago, I was beyond exhausted. I was fatigued, I was extremely exhausted, and I had a list of things that I wanted to do. I wanted to work out again. I wanted to get back into my routine when it came to meal prepping. I wanted to feel energized again and doing everything that I used to do and that I love to do while taking care of my baby. But it all felt so overwhelming. But I soon realized that the solution wasn't to force myself to do it all at once. That was not the solution. I wasn't going to get anywhere with that. It was really about making small intentional shifts that helped me reclaim my energy without burning out. I didn't want to get to a place where I burned out, because I have been there. And that's what I'm sharing with you today. So the 3 key shifts that will help you heal, build strength, and feel energized postpartum without the guesswork or overwhelm. The first key is to nourish to thrive, not just survive. And sometimes after having your baby, especially in the first few weeks postpartum, you feel like you are surviving. And sometimes that's just how it has to be when you're learning to take care of a newborn. Maybe you have a toddler at home. Maybe your husband, your spouse is going back to work, and you're learning how to just survive. But after a while, then we can get into a habit to where we can thrive. And we have to focus on nourishment. So the first key is all about fueling your body properly. And I know how easy it is to try and diet, to try and eat less or cut back after pregnancy, because you want to get back to that pre-pregnancy weight, you want to lose weight, you want to bounce back, whatever it is that you have in your mind. But that can actually make things worse, especially when you're already feeling drained. The truth is that under eating or skipping meals will definitely sabotage your energy levels, and it won't help you lose fat in the long run. It's going to make you hold on to fat. It's going to make your stress hormones go crazy. They're going to go wild because they don't feel safe. Your body doesn't feel safe. So we have to make sure that we're not focusing on under eating or skipping meals. Instead, we need to focus on nourishing. So nourish your body with nutrient-dense foods that support energy production, support hormone balance, and support physical and mental recovery. So this means incorporating plenty of healthy fats. This is a time where I see a lot of mamas cutting out fat, and especially if you are breastfeeding, we need the healthy fats to produce milk and also for our body to feel safe. We also need lean protein. After you have your baby, it's like you have been in a body cast and you're just like all of a sudden all of your muscle is gone. You're like, where did my muscle go? It's like I've been in a body cast. There's just skin. We want to make sure that we're holding onto our muscle. We're building our muscle back up. And that's going to also support our functionality with holding our baby, our strength, our energy, our endurance, and it's also going to support our metabolism. We also want to make sure we're adding in complex carbohydrate into your meals. So this can look like chicken thigh, which is going to have a little bit of fat. It's going to be a protein. Those two are going to be combined. Complex carbohydrate, maybe it's roasted sweet potatoes. And then you pair some colorful plant foods with that, like a salad or sauteed veggies. These small changes can make a huge difference. So start by meal prepping or meal planning, or just having a simple, easy snack on hand that is your go-to. So maybe you just focus on one thing. So instead of planning all 7 days, 3 meals a day plus snacks, that's pretty overwhelming to think about. Maybe you just start with an easy snack like Greek yogurt, energy balls, or nuts. Energy balls are great, and you'll often see those lactation cookies. So if you are breastfeeding, you may be like, oh my gosh, what's this lactation cookie about? You can make energy balls that are going to have enough fat and protein and carbohydrates that are essentially going to do the same thing as those store-bought ones. And energy balls are delicious, and they take minutes to make. And I also want you to make sure that you're drinking enough water. Hydration is key for energy, especially if you are breastfeeding, because that is what you need for the fluid for breast milk. You need to be hydrated. You need water. Also depends on when you're having your baby. Is it the hot summer months? Is it the cold winter months when you don't really want to drink as much fluids? We want to make sure that we're making hydration a priority. In my free live workshop on August 1st, I'm going to be going way deeper into the simple shifts that you can make to fuel your body properly and feel energized. So without complicated rules or rigid diets. I don't want you to think you have to follow this strict meal plan, this strict diet to be able to get to the goals that you want to get to, whether that's losing weight, just feeling like you have more energy, playing with your kids, getting back to the gym. So if you're tired of feeling like you're surviving and you want to learn how to thrive when it comes to nourishing your body, be sure to sign up for the workshop, wellnessbyval.com/workshop. Now, key number 2 is rebuilding your body from the inside out. So number 1, the first key is to nourish to thrive. We want to nourish to thrive. So we have to make sure that we're fueling our bodies properly. The second key is rebuilding your body from the inside out. This means focusing on your breathing, focusing on your core, your pelvic floor recovery first before jumping back into those intense workouts. And I know how tempting it can be to get back into running, lifting weights, CrossFit, the intense poses of hot yoga, but your core and your pelvic floor need time to heal. When your core and your pelvic floor are weak or they're unhealed, whatever the case may be, it makes it harder to get back into your workouts and it increases your risk for injury. So this can be something as small as peeing when you jump, you sneeze. So maybe you're doing box jumps, you're running, you're jump roping, maybe you're in yoga and you're jumping back from a forward fold to a plank and you pee a little. This is a sign that, okay, you know what? Something is going on with my core and pelvic floor and it needs attention. So I want you to start with foundational movements. The foundational movements that I'm going to be talking about in the workshop are going to really help you to start off with. But in the program, that's where I actually dive deeper into the movements that you're going to need. 1, learning how to breathe. And so many of my clients are like, oh my gosh, Val, I thought I knew how to breathe, but I was not breathing correctly, especially when I paired it with working out. And so once we learn how to breathe with diaphragmatic belly breathing, stability breathing, and then we integrate the transverse abdominis activation, then we can start with other foundational movements that I teach in my program. And I'm going to be giving you some of that in the free workshop. We're also going to talk about the mistakes that moms often make when returning to workouts too soon, the intense workouts, and how to make sure your recovery is safe and effective. Key number 3 is small habits over willpower. So this is the final key that I want to talk about. Small habits over relying on your willpower. And I know how it feels to be tired. I know how it feels to be overwhelmed, unmotivated, but the truth is willpower alone won't get you to where you want to go. Willpower alone will not get you to where you want to go. It's really focusing on the small, consistent habits that create lasting change. Because if you're focused on just that willpower, like I just have to stick with it and I just have to keep going, and then I'll be able to do everything that I want to do. I'll be able to get back to the gym. I'll be able to lose body fat and increase muscle and have the energy to play with my kids and not pee or dome or have prolapse anymore. That's actually going to be even more overwhelming. So we want to focus on small, tiny habits. So that's why I talked about that in the previous episode, because those consistent habits are going to create lasting change. And right now it may not seem like that, but believe me when I tell you that in a year from now, 2 years from now, you're going to look back and you're like, thank God I did that, because look where I am now. And that's exactly what I'm going through. Thinking back to a year postpartum and comparing to where I am now, I am even stronger than what I was, and I'm lifting more. I'm staying consistent in the gym, even amongst the craziness when it comes to our sleep, because that's like totally inconsistent right now. And that is not fun. But because it's a small habit that I started with, it's pretty easy to stay consistent. So instead of forcing yourself to exercise for an hour or following a strict diet, I want you to focus on small, sustainable actions that you can do every day, okay? Drink a cup of water before your coffee. Deep breathing before you eat. Pelvic tilts or heel slides before you work out. This could be a 5-minute walk after breakfast, setting a reminder to do those core exercises that you learned in the program. These are little tiny things that are going to make a big change at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, and then even years from now. Something that I often see from moms and women alike are going to be following strict diets Monday through Friday. They have a really good routine Monday through Friday, especially when they go back to work or they have some type of structure. And then when the weekend hits, they're like all or nothing. They're like, okay, screw it, whatever. I've been good all week, so I can allow myself to eat all of these things and not exercise or move. I want to make sure that we shift that thinking a little bit. And that's something that I do talk about more in depth in the program, because that is going to make it a lot harder come Monday for you to get back into that routine. I hear it time and time again. When you build these tiny habits into your routine, they compound over time and they become part of your new normal. And so when they compound over time, it gets easier and easier and easier. And this is where the Strong, Nourish, and Energized Mom Method group coaching program comes in. So this is exactly what I teach in that program. It's the 3-step approach to help you rebuild strength, heal your core, and reclaim your energy without overwhelm, guesswork, or rigid routines. I am 2 years postpartum. I have more muscle. I have less fat. I have energy to do all of the things that I do every single day, and I am not burned out. And it's because I followed this framework. Step 1 is fueling for healing and energy. Step 2 is rebuilding from the core out. And step 3 is aligning your habits. If you are ready to dive deeper and get the support that you need, I am opening up enrollment for the Strong, Nourish, and Energized Mom Method program in August, and I'm going to be giving you those details in the workshop along with exclusive bonuses, so don't forget to sign up. Whether you're 3 weeks postpartum, 6 months postpartum, or 2 years postpartum, I know how it feels to be exhausted, to be tired, and to be ready for a change. I would love for you to join me for my free live workshop, From Exhausted to Energized, on August 1st. This is the last call for the workshop, so I hope you sign up, and I can't wait to see you there. We're going to dive deeper into these 3 shifts that I talked about today. Plus, I'll walk you through the realistic strategies for postpartum recovery that will leave you feeling stronger and more energized, and you are going to love it. As a special bonus, those who sign up for the workshop, as I mentioned, are going to get access and a lot of bonuses to that program so that you can get started on your recovery and your energy journey right away. Spots are limited, so make sure that you sign up today. Go to wellnessbyval.com/workshop. I can't wait to see you there. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and I hope this episode blessed you. Stay strong and nourished. Hey mama, I hope you loved today's episode. If it resonated with you, would you please take 30 seconds to share it with another mom, a mom who's looking to make healthy eating and exercise easier, because we need that. And if you haven't yet, I would be so grateful if you could leave a quick review on Apple Podcasts. It truly means the world to me and helps the show reach more amazing moms like you. All right, time to chase my toddler around. Stay strong and nourished, and I will be back on Monday with another episode. Talk soon.